everyone who works in this field has a different perspective on it, and we thought it was important to design a program that would be useful both to people who are mid-level in their career and who want to advance their skills to pick up some legal knowledge, but don't need to be a lawyer in the sense of being able to appear in a courtroom, right? Because most people who work in the legislature never need to step into a courtroom. What they need to do is understand the laws that they're drafting, how to draft an effective law, um, and how to understand the text of what you're dealing with. But we also wanted the program to be open to entry-level professionals, folks who are thinking about a career in government, who are excited about that, but again, who recognize that you don't need to understand how to file a complaint in court. What you do need, though, and we've really heard this from both people outside on the lobbying or activism side, as well as people on the inside of government, is that there are certain skills that make you more effective in government. And we try to design a curriculum around those skills, keeping in mind that some folks are going to be more on the lobbying track, some folks are going to be more on the government track. That's great. You can mix and match. They're not exclusive programs by any means, but that as you get to know how does this process of government work, how does a legislature pass a budget, how does a court interpret a statute, what is a local government's relationship to its state government officials, and what's an effective way of influencing government. So we have folks from all of these professions, people who are currently staff inside government, people who are high profile and very effective lobbyists, activists, and I'm really excited about the curriculum we've designed.
I am as well. A student in the program is a working professional in the public human services field, and that individual has an interest in, as they track through their coursework, thinking about how they can use their culminating capstone experience to really make real change when it comes to the type of organization they work for and their relationship with government and funding aspects around that. So it's great to see students coming into this program with real goals, not just a degree, but I want to be a public servant, or I want to make actual change and use this as my pathway toward that. So go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, one of the things I love about Albany Law School is that the community is full of folks who are, even during their law school experience, working in the community. And so one of the things I want to emphasize about this program is that as a student, MS, LLM certificate, you have full access to that community and to faculty advisors who are eager to connect you to folks doing exciting work. I worked in New York State government before I became a law professor, and there's an Albany Law alum in every office I ever encountered. We have a great careers and professional development office that can put you in touch with those folks so they can help give you meaningful advice about what it takes to get a job in that area. Government can be very challenging to find your way into, and having a connected community like we do really makes a huge difference.
And I'm looking at the list of courses and remembering too that many of them are taught by Albany Law alum. So did you want to take just a minute and maybe pick one or two of those courses and tell us about the person teaching it and what you know about their work?
Sure. So one of the courses I'm really excited about is the state and local government course, which is being taught by an amazing guy who works currently in a big city's municipal government, the city council, who has incredible experience with, okay, so in theory, right, we know there's three branches of government, and we know how a bill becomes a law, and we've watched all those things, in our high school civics class. Maybe people always talk about high school civics class. I didn't actually have a high school civics class, but somehow we absorb this knowledge. We think we absorb this knowledge. And then you get into government and you find out that it's utter chaos, and that the way things are supposed to work on paper is not at all the way things work in practice. And the way every government institution works is different. It has its own traditions, its own personalities. And so the opportunity to work with somebody who knows those personalities. I would say the same thing about our lobbying courses. We have a professor in our lobbying program who's an incredibly accomplished lobbyist in both state and local government, and who's been doing this work and can talk about what she's in the middle of right now and share that with you, and what strategies she's adopting. You have to know what works and what doesn't work, and having contact with somebody like that can make a huge difference.
And I would say we have several
Yeah,
in
now that I was thinking
yeah.
of one person, but now that you say that, I can think of at least three who meet the description I just gave. So yeah.
It sure is a great lineup. Well, thank you, Professor Ayers.
Yeah, thanks, Tom.